So, yes, hello and welcome to the Attorney of Aces. We will do this. We will. Ah, a sunfish. Ooh, sunfish are epic. I agree. That's the really flat ones, isn't it? I think. If correct me if I'm wrong. You're so mad your spicy almonds didn't arrive today. What? That's a thing? I guess you can have a spicy anything when you really think about it. Back from ads. Hello, Neko. How you doing? All right. Yeah, the big. Yeah, okay. So okay, now I remember what a sunfish is. All right. Yes, it's the big flat ones. All right. So yes, saving the data. Everyone was losing their shit because they're like, oh my god, Emma the murderer. And then we could have potentially sentenced an innocent guy to death. It happens. But I mean, hey, I'm doing fine. How are you? I'm doing great. How is ye? Well, I mean, you already told me you're doing fine. But still, I'm going to ask again. uh, Now your Kingdom Hearts Day has to be when your stupid mouth isn't swollen. I mean, see, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. You knew, like, hey, I'm gonna do this subathon, and then I'm also gonna make these appointments for all these other things. I mean, like, hey, if there's anybody's ass to kick, it's your own. But I do wish you luck. All right. February 25th, 1206. District Court Defendant Lobby Numero dos. Ah! Sorry, Hedgeworth. I didn't mean to get you in trouble. Don't worry about it. This is my problem, not yours. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. No. Never. Oh, Gumshoe, you always come at the most opportune times. No, guess I am. I'll come back later. No, stay. We need to lighten the mood a little bit. You know? Exactly. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Hi, Junpei, you mean Gumshoe? That'd be awesome. There needs to be a Junpei mod. Or just give Gumshoe a really long neck. Gumshoe interrupting the tension. Because, yes, the courtroom was very tense. Everyone thinks that Edgeworth falsified evidence. You know? Hi, Ray. How you doing? Welcome. Your phone broke. No! It just put it in rice. That fixes every phone issue. If it's got a broken screen, just chuck it in some rice. Does it have a virus? Just chuck it in some rice. You know. Has it taken over the national embassy of a country? Just chuck it in rice. Rice fixes all phones. You've got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Okay. I was like, we've been through this. Did I load? Like, Gumshoe, you were scaring me. You're saying the exact same dialogue as before. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. My God, you can't charge it anymore? Like, use everyone's charger and it never charges? Oh, no. Well, then that's when you turn it off completely and then you get a toothpick. Nothing metal. That's why I use a toothpick. And then try to, like, scrape out as much of the crud that could be in there. That'll always help. Use a charging pad. That too. Let me tell you, this is the last time, pal. Here, she asked me to give you this. She asked me to give this to you if there was a break in today's trial. Evidence law. But for like babies? Evidence law? Edgeworth was talking about this just the other day. What? You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. It's a book with only 2 rules in it. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. You could at least study some evidence law, really. I suppose. The chief prosecutor also wanted me to give you a message. A message? A massage? Oh, never mind. She said, if you're planning to take him on, you're gonna need this book. Him? You mean Gant? I guess I'll need to give this book a thorough read. The all 2 pages that it contains. From Miss Sky explains the 2 rules of evidence law. It's a whole book. The first 2 pages have the rules, and then the rest are just pictures of ducks in little detective uniforms. It's adorable. You guys are just talking about the teller phones. We're reuniting Trash Taste in Hell. Huh? I finished Attack on Titan. I can start watching their podcasts again. Oh, God. How long ago was that? I got a lot of catching up to do. Both doesn't have a wireless function. Oh, no. I pray for you, Ray. You and your telephone. That's where you're wrong, detective. Huh? Haven't you figured it out yet? Why I'm still sitting in that prosecutor's seat, despite all of the allegations being thrown toward me? Mr. Edgeworth, the real trial today hasn't begun yet. We're on the... No! I thought we were almost done. Time to invest in carrier pigeons. Hey, you could send the original tweets. Hey, Ray, if the phone doesn't work, yeah, use the carrier pigeon. It's a free Twitter with every carrier pigeon. Edgeworth said we still have 20 more hours. That's basically what he said. You know what? On my VOD channel, I guess, I've been posting these as bonus episode. Because I was thinking they'd only be 3 or 4. No, we're on bonus episode 15. What? What else is there left to do? Your credibility's all been ruined with this forged evidence you were unaware of. Emma Sky found out she unwillingly caused a man's death, and now you're telling me you want to do more? You've got to be kidding me, pal. You're missing the point, Detective. Lana didn't murder Detective Goodman. She merely stuck a knife into his dead body. That means the real killer is still out there. That's right. What? And we're going to expose him. It is Gant. No matter what it takes. This case has hurt too many people. It's time to bring it to an end. How come every case I do has a personal thing to it? Can I just have a normal case, please? Where it's not tied to anybody. Or whatever you can mean for the trial of Miss Honor Sky. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. The inquiry committee is planning to impose harsh penalties for your actions. Thank you for the news, Your Honor. Yes, well, normally this is where the prosecution calls forth the witness, but,
Sorry. It isn't easy to say. You say there is some concern that you, Mr. Edwards, may have,
Ah, thank you for the fish, Neko. It's a narrative? What do you mean? Also, the Steel Samurai case wasn't very personal. It was! It was extremely personal to Maya. She had very deep connections to, like the feelings of the show. You know? One day you will catch it. There's a basket at my feet. I'm catching it all the time. I can eat today. I appreciate it, Neko. Struck a bargain with, huh? Catch it with my feet. You'd want that, don't you? You would. You would want that. Well, I'm not gonna reciprocate. You think I may have manipulated the witnesses? Yeah. Okay, so I believe him not forging evidence. You know, only bringing in evidence when it's too late, or like, yeah, I don't think he forged any. But, you know, telling the witnesses, like, all right, this is what you say. Yeah, I believe that.
I didn't say that. It's just, you see, everyone has been talking and,
Very well, Your Honor. I have a solution.
A solution?
That being the case, the prosecution will allow the defense to call forth all further witnesses. Well,
But there's no precedent for what you're proposing.
undeniably, this is an unusual arrangement, but a very effective one. It would prove that I haven't struck any deals with the witnesses.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
He struck a deal with every witness. It's a plan. It's a ploy. Unbelievable. Edgeworth has found a way to continue the trial. Very well. The defense accepts the prosecution's proposal.
That is settled. The defense may now call forth the next witness.
Mr. Wright, you do realize this is your last chance. If you call a wrong witness, this trial is as good as over. Ah, shit. Okay. What? The defense calls. The time's finally come to bring out the real murderer. Oh, okay. It's Gant. It's Mike. Mike did it. He the real killer. Even though for the longest time I thought it was Angle over here. I swear I thought it was. Sorry, the Dan Schneider documentary is on the brain. I keep seeing that name pop up, and the fact that the guy who played Josh in Drake and Josh is like defending him or some shit. I know very little. Very, very little. I'm going to assume he's the one that produced Drake and Josh. Unless he produced something else that Josh happened to be in. I don't know. I actually don't know. You swear this week has been... that's a word. Oh no, sorry, Ray. But hey, you know, it's all up from here.
All right.
He was producing and writing for iCollery and Victorious. Oh. Oh, so probably also did work on Drake and Josh then, if that's the case. Ah. Dan getting the Van Schneider. Oh, Jesus. No. All right, I bring forth Gant. Take that. Damon Gant. The defense calls Damon Gant to the stand.
Damon Gant? What does he have to do with anything?
As the defendant's partner 2 years ago, Mr. Gant has first-hand knowledge of the crime. I feel we should hear what he has to say about it. As luck would have it, he should still be in the courthouse. He would also be the least likely to have been manipulated by me in any way. Wouldn't you agree, Your Honor?
True. All right. May the police escort Mr. Gant to the stand.
Bring his ass in here. You and your organ. Witness, please state your name and occupation. What is this, some kind of practical joke? I was just on my way to lunch. Your name and occupation, sir. Worthy, are you sure you want to do this? Your name and occupation. I feel bad for Edgeworth. He can never get a straight answer from these people. So, you want to play hardball, eh?
Please, Mr. Gant.
Fine. My name is Damon Gant. I'm the acting chief of police. Now then, Chief Gant, the court requests to hear your testimony. Oh, righto. What's with the grim face? First, let's clear up this SL9 incident. Oh, you mean that time when Lana's sister murdered that prosecutor? Personally, I think it's been made pretty clear already. There are still some things unaccounted for. Oh, like what? Like the role you played in all of this. Yeah! Son, either you're very brave or very foolish. Uh-huh. Actually, let's take a look at that book, why don't we? Rules for submitting evidence. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. All right. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. That's it. I already knew this. Why? I thought there would be something else at least. All right. Icolery? Huh? Oh boy, I wonder what Damon Gant name. Damon Gant's name is meant to sound like, oh boy, I bet he's a wholesome and good. I mean, maybe. Who knows? I think, like Matt Damon, there's a lot of Damons out there. I don't know if he's a good guy, but I mean, just another Damon, I guess. He always gets the Switch answer? Huh? Your sister watching Noah's Ark at Netflix, and it's pretty okay. That's the one with the chick from Harry Potter, isn't it? And there's like giant golems or something. The movie makes no sense, but I hear it's all right. You are aware, of course, that a police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Yes, like a rifle. Weapons? Sure, take my testimony, for example. I don't have to give it if I don't want to. What do you mean? How are you that above the law? What? Is that true?
I'm afraid so. The chief of police has the right to refuse to testify.
What? Is this like actual law or is this Ace Attorney land law? Because that's bullshit. I think you could become chief of police and then just murder people and just get away with it. Because it's like, no, I don't, no. That's bull. That is bull. Quick, say a word that begins with Y. Yodeling. Why? Yeah, it's Emma Stone. Emma Watson. Yeah. Oh, okay. No reason. What did I fall into? What did I fall into? I'm scared. Nothing. You're terrifying me. Why must you do this to me? What have I ever done to you? Of course, such an action carries with it certain risks. Jesus. Just you know, when he opens his mouth, he kind of reminds me of like Goku's scream every now and again. You know, where Goku just like completely unhinges his jaw and is just like just massive mouth. That's what Gant just reminds me of every now and again. He's a hungry hippo. When Vegeta uses him as a squeak toy. Exactly. That's exactly what I mean. That's what I want to understand, Ray. What meme?
Don't worry, I'm not here to hinder your trial. Just remember, if this turns out to be a big waste of time, don't say I didn't warn you.
Oh.
Very well, the witness may now begin his testimony.
All right, let's hear it, my dude.
As I recall, Neil and I were questioning him that day. To make a long story short, we slipped up. That power outage didn't help either. When I went to my office, I found Lana there. Apparently, she had already arranged the crime scene. Ha ha! As you can see, I had nothing to do with the forgery.
I am.
Is that when Darkhay was arrested?
Him?
He was laying on the floor, unconscious.
Skewered. Ah.
When Emma sent Neil flying, it seems Darkhay bumped his head. Everything seems pretty clear-cut.
If the police chief has the right to refuse to testify, then I'd better hit him hard and fast. As I recall, hold it right there. As I recall, a ceremony was held at the police department that day.
Yes, that's right. I guess you could say I'm a workaholic. I'm addicted to workahol. After winning his award, Neil was all fired up too. That's probably what spooked Darkhay and made him run away like that.
Was the defendant Lana Sky also present in the room?
I don't quite remember. At the very least, she wasn't there when Darkhay ran for it.
How do you know about the power outage? Were you there? Okay. So the two of you ran immediately after him, right?
That's right, but Darkhay made it to the elevator first.
You see, wouldn't the power outage kill the elevator? You know?
So Neil and I split up. He went upstairs and I went downstairs, I guess you could say. He got lucky.
What's this about a power outage?
Oh, that. The elevator stopped on all of a sudden, and I got the shock of my life. Well, probably not as shocked as Neil when that knife went into his heart, though.
Why are you so happy? That's not funny. Here's a better question. Why is everyone mean to you? That's a question I ask myself every day, Ray. Ooh, yummy. I have orange juice with me, and it makes it hard to talk immediately after because I still have the sweetness. All right. Orange juice bad for streams. Could you tell us what you saw?
It was a shocking sight.
Well,
Neil and that serial killer were laying in a heap on the floor, all tangled together.
Darkhay was also lying collapsed on the floor?
Yes, apparently he hit his head and was knocked out. Next to them were those two poor girls,
Lana and Emma.
Lana was cradling Emma in her arms. Looking back at it now, she must have already known what her sister had done.
All right. How do you know she arranged the crime scene? How can you know that?
Because of the victim's body. It had already been moved.
So that means you found the body near Lana's desk?
That's right. I think you said earlier, It was my suit of armor that really stabbed the prosecutor.
Yes.
Anyway.
So you're saying that forgery had already taken place by the time you arrived at your office?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I can understand how Lana must have felt, but moving a body and hiding evidence are inexcusable no matter what the circumstances.
Is that how it really went down? Staring at the witness won't do you any good, Mr. Wright. If you're going to stare at anything, you're better off staring at the court record.
Ha 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 ha! Worthy, always the smooth talker.
But which piece of evidence ties Gant to the forgery? Lana did admit to forging evidence, but that can't be the whole truth. Somehow I've got to link Gant to the incident. Somehow you got to link him to the thingamajig. Oh, I know. Yeah. He had nothing to do with this forgery. Well, it has to be approved, and you approved it. So, take that. No, sorry. Take that. Objection. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. It is. It is.
I'm sorry, but I see nothing faulty.
It is. If you take... You son of a bitch. Oh, this game. I must be on the wrong track. You did. Hold it right there. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Da 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 ba 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 da. All right. So, man. 24K now, by the way. God damn, you're almost a quarter of the way there. You committed a sin. I added yourself sneezing for a clip. That's not a sin. That's like marketing yourself. That was good. You're fueling the sneeze compliers. I didn't know that there was like sneeze people. Who is really the defense here? Everybody at this point, because I mean, like Edgeworth is like defending himself, really. Gant's eyes kind of creep me out. Me too. Me too. That's why this shot right here, where it's all nice and closed, let's keep it that way. Are these sneeze compliers in the room here with us? Like he has the judgment eye. Nyanja, what? Huh? Okay. I'm gonna save just in case. Alright, so... I hit the wrong button. Ba 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 ba. Da 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 ba da ba 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 da ba. Back to the testimony. Back to the testimony. You had nothing to do with the forgery, did you? You had nothing to do with the forgery. Was removed at Gant's behest, giving it its current form. That might be it. Maybe? Save can literally save you from losing? That's true. Can only be submitted to the chief of police. Half of this list was found in Gant's desk. I present to you this. Oh, okay. You claim you had nothing to do with the forgery, but I'm afraid that's a claim you cannot back up.
Explain yourself.
Several pieces of evidence were found in your office. Take this list, for example.
That's the list Emma Sky drew her picture on.
This was discovered in your desk. Yeah, Gant. Not only that, but a piece of this jar that was sitting in your office was found inside your safe.
It was found where?
You see, Chief Gant, these articles of evidence uncovered in your office are both concrete proof that you also played a part in the illegal investigation. Take that! Yeah, our police is corrupt.
Chief Gant, what is the meaning of this? Ho, ho, ho. Here's a defense attorney who may even rival Worthy.
So you admit to it then, that you were involved in the forgery.
Who? Me? Or do you mean you?
Are you Uno reversing me right now? Are you shitting me? Me? Why would I have anything to do with that?
Well, you were the one who snuck into my office when you found this evidence.
You piece of shit!
Prosecutors aren't the only ones capable of forging evidence, you know. Defense attorneys can do it too. Oh, can do so too. Isn't it right? Righto.
However, Detective Gumshoe was present during the investigation.
Worthy, my boy. Not even detectives are exempt from the law. Rest assured, Dick will receive his due punishment.
What? If Detective Gumshoe's salary drops any further, he'll end up paying to work. No! Gumshoe!
Yes, well, in light of the detective's presence, please give us your testimony regarding these pieces of evidence found in your office and their relation to the forgery that took place at the crime scene. My, kids these days no longer know how to put two and two together.
Well, let's hear it.
Let's see, what was it now? A jaw fragment and a list? For all I know, you could have planted them in my office. Anyway, you can't prove when those pieces of evidence were discovered. If they were found after Darkhay was convicted, then they're worthless. There's no reason I'd participate in a forgery. Rearranging the crime scene wouldn't help me out in any way.
All right. Your man is a squalor? What the hell is a squalor? Yes, Your Honor.
When investigating a crime scene, you should have been more careful to observe protocol. You do understand I am the chief of police, right? There will be consequences.
Oh.
Indeed. I believe I will press charges, so you won't make the same mistake again. My apologies, Chief, but would you mind waiting until tomorrow for that? Today is, well, you know. All right, Hudgy. In return, though, I know. That place, right?
Huh? You just read one ho. I'm sorry. I just And it was the Santa Claus came out, you know. 1. Learn to read. How did you read in as ah? 2. The condition of being extremely dirty and unpleasant, often because of lack of money. Oh, poor Gumshoe is okay. I see. Nova, you've been here for a stream or two. I'm sure you understand the fact that I'm bad at reading, and this is a game that's entirely reading. So, prepare for a slip up every now and again. Hold it! Sorry. Hold it! I'd appreciate if you'd stop making these ridiculous allegations.
Yes, you do have a point. You wouldn't have the guts to do something like that.
What? Phoenix! He baited you and you fell for it. Bro, mistook a letter for 2 different letters. I did. Get used to it. I'll have you know, back in the day, I once broke into a cattle ranch.
Mr. Ray, what are you saying? Anyway, you can't prove you didn't carry in the evidence, can you? If you have proof to the contrary, you're going to need it later.
Later? What are you talking about?
What else? I'm talking about when Raito's prints are found. Yes, if they're found inside my safe, they would prove his investigation was illegal.
Ugh. I've never faced anyone slimy as this guy. I mean, to be fair, we did technically break the law. Oh, yeah? Hold it right there. What do you mean by that?
This is all purely hypothetical, of course. But suppose I did place those items in my safe. Such an act wouldn't necessarily constitute forgery.
If concealing evidence found at a crime scene isn't forgery.
I'm not through speaking yet, Raito. It all depends on when the evidence was discovered. If they were found after Darkei was convicted, then they're worthless.
Are you saying this jar fragment wasn't discovered in the initial investigation?
It would appear not. After all, it wasn't listed in the evidence list. For all we know, it could have suddenly materialized the day after Darkei was sentenced.
Yeah, objection. Oh, and wouldn't that be convenient? Right. The chief is talking about a possibility. So long as you can't rule that out, your remarks, however clever they may be, will only succeed in wasting time. Tell me something I don't know.
Ha ha ha! Come now, Raito. Think about it.
Oh, yeah? How can you look me in the eye and say that?
Because I'm innocent. Remember? Who was the one that murdered Neil? I'm not sure I care for the word murder here. But in the end, the person responsible for Mr. Marshall's unfortunate demise was Emma Skye. Well, what do... Oh, now do you see?
Oh, yeah? Really, Chief Gant? At the very least, there's one very large benefit you have reaped from all of this.
Oh, I wasn't aware. What is this benefit?
That would, of course, be the position you have, Chief of Police.
Oh.
The resolution of the SL9 incident secured your promotion to Chief. That in itself is sufficient motive.
Ho, 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 ho! Oh, that's a good one.
Huh?
Do you really think I'm that incompetent?
What do you mean?
Even without that case, I was already in line to become the next chief. The resolution of SL9 merely sped up the inevitable a little.
Is that true, Edgeworth? Yes. He was going to be made chief anyway. Ah!
Be careful when pointing that finger. You might wind up being the one pointed at.
So that means there's only one possible motivation for you to commit forgery. If you didn't do it for yourself, then you did it for someone else. Oh? He's trying to help Lana, and in turn help Emma.
Don't be silly, Worthy. You know me better than that. There are only 3 people I look out for. Me, myself, and I.
Oh.
There. It's out in the open now. Udgy, would you mind if I changed my testimony a little? By all means, please do. I wouldn't be anyone's accomplice if there was nothing in it for me.
Hold it right there. Nothing in it for you.
Ha 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 ha! Sorry, but the only person I the only person I care about is yours truly. That girl, Lana's little sister, was it? If you think I felt sorry for her, then you'd better think again.
You're right. You don't feel sorry for anyone.
Be tough on crime and tough on people. That's how I was raised.
You seem to be lax enough on yourself, though.
Oh ho ho ho! That's a good one, Worthy.
Could there have been something in it for him? Given his selfishness, what would have helped? Would he have helped someone out? Ah! Oh, this is tough. Would he have helped someone out? If it wasn't in it for him, if he had an accomplice, it was Lana. Well, no, he did. Lana is his accomplice because she kept quiet and she's telling me, hey, if you're gonna fight this guy, here's how you gotta do it. So, yeah, Lana's the accomplice. I think. Maybe. Gant says baby eyes and it freaks you out. I wouldn't call those baby eyes. Then the cows broke into Phoenix's room and pushed him. That's called Phoenix tipping. What do you mean save? Fine, I'll save. Jeez. There, I saved the game. Are you happy? True, you might not help out anyone for their sake, but it would benefit you. You might decide to assist someone.
Mr. Red, it appears you're positively determined to portray the chief as a nice man who likes to lend people a hand.
That's not what I meant.
Very well, then. Who is this person you believe Chief Gant may have helped forge evidence?
Well, it's Lana. Duh. Take that.
Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky? The defendant?
Yeah, exactly. I believe it's quite obvious in light of the circumstances. Emma Sky fell victim to an unfortunate series of events. Who would want to help her more than her own sister, Lana? And as for Chief Gant, he would also have a reason to help Lana if she asked him to. That reason, of course, is self-profit.
Self-profit? What do you mean?
After the SL9 incident was resolved, Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant.
How would he profit from all of this?
He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet. Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations.
Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets?
Judge? It's okay, buddy. We'll work through this. It's okay. I mean, he might play with puppets. We don't know.
Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do its bidding. Never mind.
Oh, I feel bad for the judge. Oh, I feel bad for him. He's old and senile. Can we lower the age limit of judges, please? I agree. Dude, bro needs to retire effective immediately. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. Your motive? To appoint her as chief prosecutor so you could control her.
Right-ho, my boy. You have quite an imagination. Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana? For example, is Lana testifying that I've done such a thing?
Lana, she's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant.
I'm afraid without any proof, this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture.
Unless that is also what happened in this incident.
This incident? Which one would that be?
Of course I'm talking about the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Yeah, it's obvious.
Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Just what do you mean?
What he means, Your Honor, is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman. Not only that, But the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement.
What? What? Order. Order. I said order. Mr. Wright, you can't be serious.
Huh?
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in our law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible.
Your Honor, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language. It's too late, Mr. Wright. There's no turning back for us now. It looks like he's the one who's decided to go through with this. Oh, God. He literally just directly threatened the prosecutor, Your Honor. The judge will allow it because it's this judge.
That a chief of high-ranking officer of the law is involved in this murder.
Yes. Good question. Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. A very big, strong, orange man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell.
I see. All right, then. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us his evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
You know what? That's a good question, my dude. You see, well, I mean, when you think about it, there's a knife. A knife. What is this? Evidence from the past case brought back by his office by Gant's request. I said so times a million. He didn't say nuh-uh times 2 million. That's essentially how all of these go down. Oh, how do I prove? The Blue Badger. It was him. He murdered Goodman with his good looks. I don't know. Stabbed in the back, died from a puncture, heart, lung. Killing solved 2 years ago. Security video, Marshall's fingerprints, unstable jar. That's what I'm saying. What proof? I'm thinking it's the book. And I can't back out and pause. And save. So I'm just going to take a hit. Well, this doesn't tie him to the murder. This just makes it so that he's forging evidence. Was it this? I think it's this. Take a hit and save during the wrong dialogue. All right. Sure.
This is the ID, Carlos.
Yes, it shows. Oh. Oh. Wow. All right. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. There was one ID on this list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 77777777.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
It's your number.
What? How did you know that?
The safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code.
7 digits? You don't mean.
I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 77777777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. That's right! Ha ha! Ha 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 ha! Watch him sweat, although he's very menacing. That is the perfect emote for exactly what happened. Showed Buddy your stream. She wasn't a fan. I mean, she'll come around. She'll come around.
Order. Order. Chief Gant, what do you have to say?
Yeah.
Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations.
And I will demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law. But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room on the day of the crime?
Yeah.
What about it? I'm the chief of police. Whether it's the evidence room or the bathroom, what's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone?
I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room.
Detective Goodman wouldn't have added that. Detective Goodman wouldn't have happened to be with you that day, would he?
Of course not. Why would he be? I hadn't seen him in days.
Objection! You hadn't seen him in days, Chief Gant? I'm afraid you've just undone yourself. On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth. If Chief Gant met with the victim on that day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing. What transpired during that meeting?
In that case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence.
Oh, I know exactly what to provide. Show us proof? Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it. It's right here. Ha ha! Can only be submitted to the chief of police. Take that, you son of a bitch. Detective Goodman's lost ID card on the day of the crime. Or to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it. So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police.
Yet you are in possession of the report, which means you can't be sure he filed it.
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day.
He needed to?
Yes, to transfer the evidence out.
Oh.
Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gant. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room.
I accompanied him?
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Hold on, let me get what you're going to say next. I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
Well, I mean, the only problem is, how would he escort the dead body out? That's the big thing. Exactly.
But wait, the chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him into the evidence room. He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yes.
Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Uh-huh. Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body. Yeah. Buddy. Holy shit! Ah! Ah! Okay. Calm down, dude. Calm down. Oh. 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 Ah. Ha. Well. Imagine giving yourself the proof that proves that you are guilty. I mean, hey, that happens a lot in this courtroom, really. She prefers listening to Persona 3 while lying on your heated blanket. Aww. Well, she'll learn to like Nyanja streams. I'm telling you. Pee in the evidence room would be funny proof of stupidity. Huh? Oh, because he mentioned the bathroom. Oh. He swallowed it like a bird and regurgitated it into Edgeworth's car. That kind of reminds me of like the me leaving the Friday Nights at Freddy's theater with the Markiplier cutout. Those memes. That's what Gant did. I don't know what I did, Neko. He just started freaking out. Calm down, dude. Marvel vs. Capcom isn't until later. Is Gant in it? That's awesome. Or any of the Ace Attorney characters, for that matter. That's Gant's whole purpose. That's why he's built the way he is. Like, we need a fighting game character from Ace Attorney. Who should it be? Let's just make a guy. The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime. For no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office. Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey, you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gant, you left all the evidence we need to prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time, I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space. How could the chief have moved the body? Mr. Wright, show us this evidence. Really? Really? To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. It's this. It's this. It's this. No, Gant doesn't get in. Ah, Phoenix and Maya do. Still, that's pretty cool. You want Von Karma to be in a fighting game? The frail old man. I mean, I'm sure he's got some moves on him. The screwdriver? No, I don't think it's the screwdriver. Or wait, yeah, you're right. Maybe it is the screwdriver. Maybe it is the screwdriver. I'm thinking, I thought it was the Blue Badger. Oh, but you're right. It might be the screwdriver. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do the screwdriver. If it's wrong, then I'm pretty sure it's the Blue Badger. No, it's not. It's not the screwdriver.
What's that? A screwdriver? But what does this have to do with the case?
Mr. Oh, it is. Okay, thank you, Neko. Hell yeah. Mr. Edgeworth, think back to the day of the crime. What's this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Cast spell that makes you look like a freaky looking walrus? Nah, it all depends on your definition of freaky. I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office, but you did, because Chief can't ask you to. You mean I. The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happened. Oh! They put it in Edgeworth's. Edgeworth was driving with a dead body in his car the whole time. No, I said think of. Oh. I see. Well, now I am. The body was moved by that car.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car.
Yes, unless, of course, you have another explanation, Chief. Why else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? Yeah! There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye.
Order, order, order. What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed into the trunk. This was not a photo of the body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. It was exactly the opposite. It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk.
Chief Kane, please say something.
I believe your time's up.
My time's up.
Sorry, Righto, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General after this. We have to get going if we're going to make it in time for the early bird special. Too bad for your lunch. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal. Weapons? Like the right to refuse to testify. I'm invoking that right now.
What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. What? That is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered.
So you're going to just run away after all of this?
Run away? Don't make me laugh, Worthy.
I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? But if you had any conclusive evidence, would you have presented it by now? Well, You think I had Lana dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with.
I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Damon Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof. Well, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor?
Do you have any concrete proof? Proof that the Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Skye dispose of the body.
Do I have any concrete proof? Save? Yes. And I do! I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor, I do have such evidence. Then what? What? Huh? You have not? Huh? Beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh, boys. Oh, boys. Okay, so what killed Goodman? I have not. What do you mean I have not? You lost me, Nickel. I'm sorry. This has got to come up for something. Evidence for something, but what? There's Emma Skye's print. The trophy? I mean, maybe. Why would Emma's prints be on a piece of cloth? And why would that be in Gant's? I don't think it's the trophy. Because it used to have a knife. You have no proof that Gant killed Goodman? I mean, I might. I think I do. I have to. The jar proves the thing from 2 years ago. The trophy, too. I mean, maybe the trophy? Why does Lana give a shit about this switchblade so much? I think it's this. Because this is what was used to kill Goodman. Lana took it out of him and then stabbed him with Edgeworth's knife. And then she made great deals to be like, check the muffler. It's in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. This might be it. I think this is it.
So, what exactly is this evidence?
It's proof as to whether or not it's enough to demonstrate the chief's guilt. I'll let you be the judge.
But I am the judge.
Oh, right. Well, what do you think, Your Honor?
What I think, Mr. Wright, is I'm going to be late.
Ah, shit. Okay. I guess it wasn't enough. Okay, so it's not the knife. Look at the knife in Goodman, maybe, and the picture of the trophy. Maybe? I guess the trophy itself. Let's just try that. Okay, never mind. No. Damn it. All right. Let's see. Beyond a shadow of a doubt, it was him. One knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I am genuinely at a bit of a loss here. That's the problem. I don't think you have direct proof to him. I mean, I think I do. I just don't know what. It was just found in his safe, evidence for something, but what? There's nothing really here to say yay or nay on it. Due to loss of death due to loss of blood, one knife wound, died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. I did save. I already saved. I saved before this. If I save again, then I'm going to lose my stuff. I'm being willy-nilly because I saved. Something that ties him to the death of Goodman without a shadow of a doubt. God, this is tough. I don't know. It's proof as to... Okay. But I am the judge. No, I'm gonna be late for lunch. Ha ha. Alright. Alright. So, like, what, though? Ha. Something that ties him to killing him. Alright, I'm going tutorial mode. Sorry, going tutorial mode. Bro ain't even seeing if no proof works. You know what? Fine. I'll see if no proof works. First, I'll just throw this at him. Take that. Blammo. All right. Fine, I don't have any proof. I have no proof yet. It's no use showing evidence I'm not even sure of myself. No, Your Honor, at present, I have no conclusive evidence.
So, UG?
Whatever.
In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the judge.
Why? I knew this was going to happen. What?
Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, righto?
I agree.
It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Aji, I'll leave the rest to you.
And then he just vanishes without a trace.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Ray. This is an affront to senior officers in our nation's law enforcement agency.
Why? Wait. Lady Luck? Maybe we should have a word with her.
Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean?
There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony. Oh. I guess I was supposed to say, hey, bye, Chief. I got nothing on you. A lady who knows the truth? Another witness? In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. But Chief Gant has invoked his right to refuse to testify. There is still someone else, one more witness who can answer all the questions raised in this trial, someone right in this very room.
Mr. Edgeworth, who is this person?
Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witness today.
Mr. Ray, does such a witness exist?
She may not be willing to tell the truth, but we can't just stop now. Yes, Your Honor. The defense calls forth Lana Sky. Take that.
The defendant? Miss Lana Sky?
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 p.m. on February 21st. Her task, to dispose of the victim's body, in accordance with a certain someone's orders.
Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. In 15 minutes, we will reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in...
Huh? Get! Oh! Oh, you don't want Lana talking now, do you?
Chief Gant, I thought you were going to eat. Listen good, Lana.
He's talking to Lana.
I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences. That's right. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
She was a child. And it's manslaughter at best. This isn't good.
Of course, you'd never support such an outrageous claim anyway, right? Just something to think about. All right, then. I've got a lunch date to meet.
My thoughts exactly, Judge.
Okay, if there aren't any further objections, this court is now in recess.
Holy shit. That was the right thing to do. Damn. Whew. Whew. Your stubbornness is going to make you pull your exposed nerve endings going to make you pull my exposed nerve endings one day. Well, me, stubborn? Psh. Psh. Get out of here. What do you mean? I'm not stubborn. Shit just doesn't go my way, and I just got to make it do so. That's not stubbornness. It would be funny if you could call Mia to talk with the death. I know, that would be great right now. I'd be like, hey, can you conjure up, can you just like flip through your Necronomicon there and just bring them back for us? That would be great. He was exposing everything, you fool. I see that. Hey, Judge, did you hear that? He's clearly guilty. You're going to finish stream, aren't you? Yeah, unfortunately. See, I'm glad I didn't call this stream. Like, hey, this is the final Ace Attorney stream, because it's not. Every time I try, but whatever. But yes. Thank you all for being here. Well, let me get to a point where I can actually save. Looks like we managed to stay in the game. Well, this is a video game, Edgeworth. And I can save. That being said, thank you all for being here. It's been hella fun, hella awesome. I appreciate yous. And I will see you all in the next. So bye-bye. Later, skaters.